So this is Louie I've got on a school day. Louie's been reactive with other dogs out of nervousness, basically. The dog he did live with, the older dog, was the confident one. Unfortunately passed away, and Louie's kind of felt the responsibility but not really known what to do and isn't brave enough. So he's been a little bit reactive. He's 12 months old now. He was castrated just before Christmas because his testosterone was having a bit of an effect on him with the school day I did with my dogs. Now we've got a gentleman up here with 2 spaniels off lead running around. I've worked with Louie all morning. I've got leadership going, I've got a relationship going. His body language doesn't tell me he's aggressive. Okay, he just wants somebody making the decisions for him. Yep. So here we go. Morning. Wait. He's still, I know. He's only young, he's a bit wary, that's all. So it's just the socialisation we're working on, really. Yeah. Thank you. Good boy, Louie. He snapped at you, did he, darling? I think you were a little bit daunting standing over him. That's why he snapped at you. So, there we go. This is Louie. We've got to have leadership, all right? They're our babies, we love them, they're family, but they're animals. They are animals. They work on a very different level to us. They interpret body language and energy in situations very different to us. And if we have a nervous, reactive dog, we have got to respect that he's a dog. It's an animal. Let's talk on his language so that we can give him the confidence he needs so he can enjoy his walks, and so can we. All right, so my walk this morning consisted a lot of lead work. And I can see the owners put the work in, and they've said there's a marked improvement, definitely. But he has still been reactive with other dogs. Okay. So when I was working him on the lead this morning, first thing, he's told me where he's used to being, which is slightly in front, and there is constant tension on the lead. He's leaning on the lead. So I did a good hour of just solid lead work, correcting that. He's got to be right by your side, and he cannot be leaning on that lead. We are aiming for a completely relaxed hold with that lead. Okay, so the owner, I'll have a word when we'll do a little bit more work on that. And also the boundaries in the house. So the boundaries in the house doesn't mean you can't fuss your dog, but we've got to do it on our terms. Okay, so when your dog is suddenly jumping up at you, which he still does a little bit of that, jumps up at you, you've sat down, they automatically jump up and sit on your knee, they lie on you. To us, it's a lovely cuddle. To them, if they've got issues especially, they're claiming us. They're showing authority over us, and when we look at them and speak softly and fuss them, we're giving them submission. Okay? So when you've done that, you've automatically put the dog in charge. When you go out on a walk, the dog's in charge. We have got to put the boundaries in place with that in the house. Okay? When the dog bumps into you and we think he's clumsy, oh God, he's always, bumping into me and that, he's body checking you. He's asserting his authority. And depending on how we respond to that, depends on whether we're submissive and whether we say, yes, okay, you're alpha, you can push us about, because that's what the alpha would do. The thing is with the animals is if they don't see a clear leader, they'll assume that role themselves. And that's all they're doing. But unfortunately, most of the time, they don't have the necessary qualities to actually know how to deal with a situation. And the alpha will always be calm, will always be confident, and that's what we've got to be. So no matter what the situation, you remain calm, confident, consistent. And that's what I'm doing with Louie today. So I'm really happy with this. I mean, there's nothing about his body language that tells me he's aggressive. He's a bit jumpy, he's a bit reactive, he's a bit, oh God, what do I do, what do I do? It's the dog. But as you can see, I've got the relationship going where he's taking my leadership, he's taking my commands. He knows that there's nothing to worry about because my body language tells him it's fine. So even when he does have a little dog snap at him, he backs away, which he's done that before. He's not brave. Okay, so we know he's not going out looking for trouble. The good thing is that I've seen there, yes, he's had a little sniff of the dogs. The castration's obviously worked because he's not gone, his head's not gone into cuckoo land with a whole serious intent drive to sniff, sniff, sniff and not back off. And that's unfortunately what was happening before when I had him. So we know that that's working. That's lovely. So I've got a jogger just coming along, so I'm just going to stand still. Good boy. All right, we'll just stand still until the jogger's gone by. So this is Louie. We're doing really well. And this afternoon I'm going to do some work with him and Roscoe and teach him basically how to play. Get the boundaries in place with the play. Okay.